Switching tracks now to US President Donald Trump, who has said that he no longer has, in fact, as far as he's gone on to say that he had no knowledge that Washington imports chemicals and fertilizers from Russia. This is, after India hit back saying that you continue doing business with Russia and you seem to have a problem with India buying Russian oil. Now, Trump's statement has come after India and the US, are at that, flashpoint when it comes to that trade tariff war that continues and the US continuing to import from Russia. That is the allegation that India, remember, made yesterday against the United States and saying, what is your problem here when you can continue doing business? But now, of course, Donald Trump there completely making that U-turn, saying that he had no knowledge that Washington was importing chemicals and fertilizers from Russia. Now, that was a sticky point between India and, of course, the United States, and which is why that 25% tariff could go up substantially. That is what Donald Trump has gone on to say. Why? Because India continues to buy oil from Russia. Meanwhile, Indian American Republican leader, we're talking about Nikki Haley, who said that the US should not cut off its ties and its relationship with a strong ally, that is India, and give a pass to China. Listen in.
Never set a percentage, but we'll be doing quite a bit of that. We'll see what happens over the next fairly short period of time, but we'll see what happens. Yep. They have a meeting tomorrow. We have a meeting with Russia tomorrow. We're going to see what happens. We'll make that determination at that time.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
India says that the U.S. imports Russian uranium, chemicals, fertilizers, while criticizing their energy imports. Your response to that, sir?
I don't know anything about it. I'd have to check, but we'll get back to you on that.
And it's Brazilian president. We're talking about Lula da Silva, who has turned down his U.S. counterpart Donald Trump's offer to call him anytime to discuss a tariff, saying that Rio de Janeiro would instead use all available resources, including the World Trade Organization, the WTO, to defend its interests. And these are bilateral tensions between Washington and Rio de Janeiro that have recently escalated following the U.S. decision to slap a 50% tariff on Brazil. The Brazilian leader has gone on to say that he would not call Trump to discuss tariffs because the U.S. leader does not want to talk.
Vocês pensam, eu não vou ligar para o Trump para comercial não, porque ele não quer falar. Mas pode ficar certo, Marina. Eu vou ligar para o Trump para convidá-lo para vir para a COP, porque eu quero saber o que ele pensa da questão climática. Vou ter a gentileza de ligar. Vou ligar para ele, vou ligar para o Xi Jinping, vou ligar para o primeiro-ministro Modi, vou ligar. Eu não vou ligar para o Putin, porque o Putin não está podendo viajar. Mas vou ligar para muitos presidentes. Cara, vem aqui.
Vishal, my colleague, joining us to get us more on this. Vishal, we just heard the Brazilian leader saying he'd rather call Prime Minister Modi, he'd rather, in fact, even call Xi Jinping rather than call Donald Trump.
Yeah, this shows that global unity, that global South is united with India, united behind India to expose Trump, because Trump has been, talking about these imaginable circumstances, imaginable scenarios that India imposes these tariffs. India has these tariffs that are not really beneficial for the world economy, but India has, exposed him on the international stage by stating facts, and these facts clearly show that the mean tariff that India imposes is just 4.6%. It is way behind a lot of these developed economies, and most of the products that come into India, they have tariffs well below 5%. So that is what has been the story since yesterday. India has fact-checked Trump's each and every comment, and now the Brazilian president, who himself is one of the most powerful leaders as far as the global South is concerned, he has also backed India and clearly said that instead of speaking with President Trump, Brazil will instead prefer speaking with Prime Minister Modi or President Xi Jinping. All of that signifying that the BRICS, that the global South is united behind PM Modi at the moment.